Welcome to Healing Over Here, the podcast where we journey together through healing, self-discovery, and empowerment.
Join your host, T, each week as she dives into topics that help you heal and become the best version of yourself.
Whether you're dealing with loss, navigating complex emotions, or seeking inspirational support, you're in the right place.
Join us as we explore insightful conversations, practical tips, and heartfelt stories that remind you that healing is possible, and it starts right here, right now.
Let's go!
All right, welcome back to another episode of Healing Over Here. I am your host, Coach T, and today we are joined by a very special guest. I told you he was coming, the infamous KG. So he is here today to share some of his experiences in Atlanta and other places. And he's going to share a little bit about his take on men who are womanizers. And so everyone knows I like to do a definition. So for those who may not know, a womanizer is someone who engages in multiple casual relationships, often simultaneously, right? And manipulates women for his own pleasure without regard for their own feelings. And this type of behavior can be very hurtful and damaging. But today we are going to talk about this topic. But, you know, if you ask me, this person probably sounds like a cheater, right? So what I will do is I will turn it over to my special guest so he can share his story and his experiences. Thank you so much for being here, KG.
Thank you. So I would like to expand on that definition that you gave. You said that a womanizer is a person that uses women for their sexual pleasure, but not only that, they use them for their personal gain. I am KG. Thank you, Coach T, for having me on. I am currently, I feel like, a reformed womanizer or still going through the process. Let's put it that way. It's challenging to not to be, and that's just because I love women. You know, nothing makes me happier to see a beautiful woman going to the buffet. For me, it's like, wow. Look at
Wait a minute, the buffet.
Yeah. It's
look,
like,
do tell. You tell.
But, you know, it's like, you know, it's like so many beautiful women, especially Black women out in the world. Like when you step outside, you know, that's all you see. It's like, wow, look at all these beautiful women out here. My God, you know. So, you know, I'm in heaven. And it is so many options and choices, you know, to choose from. So being a womanizer, I think for some people is a choice. And I think for others, I think some people can't help themselves. You know, it's more to it than just choosing to be a womanizer. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it can be an addiction. It's like a drug, like an addict, like anything else. I have had to literally go on an apology tour and say I'm sorry to a lot of women that I have hurt over time for being selfish and just wanting what I want, not putting any thought of, okay, if I do this, how would this affect this person? I didn't care. I thought about myself. It wasn't until some of the women that I dealt with in my past came to me and told me how bad I messed them up. And of course, you know, I have a daughter now, so, you know, don't want bad karma going to my daughter because of the stuff I did.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter is 20. Yeah, I think having a daughter helped change me too, helped me realize that what I'm doing to these other women, I don't want that for her. So, you know, I had to really start, you know, changing my mentality about the way I see and view women. And some of that comes with maturity. You know, when you're young, you do silly, stupid things. You know, so a lot of that comes with maturity too. But I noticed the older I got, I still had that urge. So for me, I liked the way it felt to have multiple women. Everybody do things for different reasons. For me, I like the fact that I could have a whole bunch of women just, at my fingertips.
Can you explain why? Like, is that an ego stroke? Like, how does that make a man feel having so many women?
It's definitely an ego thing. It's an ego and a confident builder. It made me feel good. Like I can have any woman, I can have all these women. They do this and do that for me. And as soon as one got on the line, she was cut from the roster. Like, okay, what? Oh, you done? Oh, I ain't dealing with that. And what happened to me was because I had so many women, I couldn't function in a monogamous relationship because I was used to doing what I wanted to do. I was used to being like, hey, if you got a line, I always had a backup plan. And so when you always got something to fall back on, you don't work as hard, you don't put the time and effort in it to make something work with somebody when you always got something to fall back on. And that was always me. I was like, man, I don't got to deal with this. Okay, you cut. Boom. And they say, no, she won't get a phone call from me.
Right. So let me ask you, what's the highest number you've ever had at one time?
4 or 5 at the most. So let me tell you, people think it's easy to juggle women. Okay, that is you got to remember what you say from day to day to these people, making sure that you're not saying the wrong thing, and eventually you're gonna say the wrong thing to the person. It's not as it is. Whatever you said to it, don't refer to them. It might refer to some other lady you're dealing with, and she's gonna look at your side eye like, what? When I was younger, it was a game. I used it as a game. It was a game for me. It was challenging. How long can I keep this charade going until I get caught? So for me, sadly, it was fun for me. That was a real sick way to play a game, or to play games with people, just not people, just people and women, period. Because these women are emotionally invested. They believe what you're telling them. I'm sitting up here telling a lie, telling these women I love them. And love none of these women. They ain't love myself. I thought I did,
Wow.
Okay. Yeah, so it's people, you have to look at people, how they show their affection and love for people, and why they do it. I just, for me, that was my way of making my own self feel good, to build an ego, to build confidence. Prior to that, a lot of people don't know. I had issues with confidence. Now you would never know if I'm talking to a girl. People don't understand the work I put in. Like it wouldn't just be talking. I studied women. I put the work in to be good at it. You see what I'm saying? So you know how you say you playing a game, but you want to be good at the game. That's what I did. Like I worked at this thing. I studied women. I talk to women all the time. I listen, I pick up little tidbits, use it. And I think it started too. I had a friend of mine that was a little bit older than me. He would always call me over. And back then you had phone books, you wrote numbers down. We had phone. Hey.
Oh yeah, I know. Trust me, I know.
Full of women that he was talking to. It's like a game. And it was just like, I admired this guy because I wanted to be like him. I'm like, how you getting all these girls like this? So, like, he would be on the phone talking to a girl. He had me on the phone with him talking to him. And I'm listening to how these women respond to this guy. I was like, what? Really? That worked? So I'm processing this information. I'm taking all this stuff in. And I'm using some of the stuff that he's used, the same lines that he's using against the other girls. until I learned how to incorporate it in my own. When I figured out how to do it and make it my own, and not use everything I almost personalizing some of his stuff. But when I figured it out on my own, how to apply it and make it fit me, I flourished then. And like his thing was, he used to always tell me this. He said, "Look, if you can make a girl laugh, you got her." His thing was, "Hey, make a little girl laugh, your little chances are, she probably gonna give you some." So of course, for most men, that's the ultimate goal.
Really?
What? Yeah. So, um, unfortunately, men can be with multiple women and not have those type of feelings that y'all have towards men. And he might, maybe one or two that he might genuinely like. Most of the time, it's for self-gain. And women have to be able to recognize when men are out for their self-gain.
I was going to ask you, how can you tell? Because y'all so slick with it. How can you really tell? Like, what would you say from a male's perspective to a woman? How do you tell the ones playing the
Well,
game versus the
I
one
think,
that's for real?
well, I think women are, most times women are smarter than us.
We are,
So,
but y'all be playing real hard. Y'all play some big
well,
games out there.
even if you're right, and I know you're better, I ain't, as a man, my ego, I'm not gonna let you know that you got me beat. It's a psychological. You're like, hey, just like if we get in an argument and I know you're right, you know, I gotta stay face a little bit. I might visually break down and be like, okay, I have to come back and be like, all right, swallow my pride and be like, you was right. But if I can stay a face and keep it going, I'm gonna keep it going. Like you're gonna have to literally prove to me that you're right for me to accept defeat. But that's a man mentality. We're conquerors by nature. So if we gave up so easily in anything we did in life, what would we accomplish? If I gave up every time a girl told me no, would I ever get her? Because women got options. Women got options. We only go along to get along until we're able to impress the woman that we like. Sometimes we get you, sometimes we don't. Then we got to move on. But y'all holding on the cards.
Yeah,
That's
but
another
I think
reason.
sometimes the younger, from me, oh, I'm gonna recognize it. But I'm talking about for the younger 20s, maybe some early 30s, teenagers. Womanizing, it sounded like you were womanizing at a young age. So I'm sure it's taking place now in the younger generation, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
they may not have, those young ladies may not have the skill set. They're being told they're beautiful. Remember, I talked about in a previous episode, good morning, beautiful. They're thinking they're the only ones getting that text when you done sent it
Okay.
about 20 other people, right? I
Right,
get that.
exactly. I can say the same thing to somebody else.
Right.
Okay, so
So, and as Miss B said in that particular episode, you don't have to do that for me. I already know. Like a lot of this stuff, if the women are really confident in themselves, they already know they're beautiful, right?
first of all, when you're dealing with a woman, don't ever say nothing to her that you don't mean. Period. Women hang on every word you say. So if you say she's beautiful, trust me, she's going to remember that you said that. If you say she's, whatever compliment, she got beautiful eyes, oh girl, your body banging, or whatever compliment you give her, she heard you, and she's putting it in her mental Rolodex what you said about her. So becoming anything different later on, she's gonna bless you for it. So whatever you give, whatever you say to a woman, let it be truthful. Now, I'm giving you the game a little bit. I'm telling, like, fellas, hey, do not lie to women, no matter what it is. Sometimes the truth is ugly. And if it's a negative thing, don't lie, but don't tell either. Don't be, forthcoming with a negative comment. If she asks you something you don't have nothing good to say, either don't say nothing at all or deflect. Like, hey, don't say nothing bad about it. That's the worst thing you can do. But what I wanted to say was, if you want to spot somebody that's not straight, and this isn't anything with men. Don't listen to what men say. Watch what they do. Men will show you how they feel about you. I can say one thing, but my actions not lining up. Oh, baby, I love you. Yes, I want to be with you so bad, but my actions not lining up with it. So now you're looking
Amen.
confused. You're confused. You're like, oh man, but he told me he loved me. But I don't understand why he's not, because chances are what he said to you wasn't true, wasn't a true statement. So I would cautious women always pay attention to their actions, what they do, not to what they say, what they do. Now, if they say something that's not right, keep receipts. When you do something that don't add up, you bust them for it. Hey, this ain't what you said. Keep receipts, but always pay attention to what they do. If I'm feeling you, I'm touching you. I'm a touchy-feely person. I'm over you. I'm hugging on you. I'm kissing on you. I'm groping you. I'm probably doing things in public I shouldn't be doing and don't care who see because you're mine. And that's how I feel. And I don't care who got a problem with it. People like, well, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, hold up, mind your business. It's mine right here. Especially, if you're my wife. And we in it, together forever. I wish somebody would say something to me about mine. Hold on, this is my wife here, hold on. I can touch, kiss, feel with my wife how I want to. Right in front of you if I want to. Okay. Yeah. That's just me, y'all, but we gotta do things in decent and order. I wouldn't advise people to get too intimate in public, But still, if it's your wife, your significant other, you do what you want to do. And let nobody else tell you what, how to be in your marriage. But getting off topic. So for me being a womanizer, I didn't pay attention how I hurt women badly. So I'm not gonna give no names, but I'm gonna give you two situations where I had women, two girls, and they was good women to me. They was good to me, but I didn't know how to receive a woman being that way for me. So there was a girl I was messing with off and on. For like 10 years, over 10 years, off and on. We was had very good chemistry. We could talk about pretty much anything. This girl loved everything about me. I couldn't tell you why. She just loved me that much. Well, okay, I can tell you one reason why, but I'm not going there. I told her that when I was ready to settle down, I was going to choose her. She believed that. She kept receipts because I don't remember even telling her that. She moved it up to me. When I got married, when I was said I was going to get married, and it wasn't going to be with her, oh, she lost her mind.
What the?
If she could kill me, she would have killed me. Literally, would have did something bad to me. But she was so heartbroken by it. She told me, like, when I left, she was drinking all the time, always drunk, probably sleeping with random people at the club, and to the point that she thought about committing suicide. Now, my ignorant butt, not knowing how much this girl loved me, I completely ignored the fact how this girl felt about me. So she was just kind of like, in the worst place, but I didn't know how bad she was. Maybe like 10 years later, she called me out, randomly out of the blue, told me how bad how bad that I had hurt her and made her feel and stuff that she went through after we were dealing with each other. And, I had to apologize to her. Of course, sometimes when a woman is real hurt, saying you're sorry don't mean nothing to her. And that's how she felt. She just like, hey, eh, eh, forget you, F you. Like when I'm talking to her, she literally had a nonchalant like attitude towards me. Like, I don't care what you're saying. Like, it means nothing to me now. Forget you. Forget your apology. So that was one incident. And there was one more. This girl
Well,
back at home.
before I'm sorry, KG, before you move on
Mm,
to the next story, with this particular story, I know, you clearly you heard her, right? And
mm,
said to her, hey, when I settle down, it's going to be you. But instead of settling with her, you ended up getting married. So that truly probably crushed her. It broke her heart. And, she went to a dark place, right?
yes, definitely.
So,
Uh,
oh, go ahead. You had something to add?
no, go ahead. Oh,
Oh,
I'm fine. Go ahead.
so she was, in this dark place, and I guess y'all were talking back and forth. Like she went to a really dark place because I know you named a couple of examples, but
But
do you feel like you or her ever got closure with that situation? Because it doesn't sound like it.
we talked, and I tried to give a closure, but sometimes when somebody's so hurt and you do so much damage to them, it don't matter what you say, how you say it. And I was really, really apologetic about what happened, what I did to her. And she was just like, mm-hmm. And she was like, you're probably the same dude that you were before, or you ain't changed, or just coming for me because she said she was over me, but I don't think she was. I think she still was hurt. And you could tell when you talked, she said oh, you ain't nobody to me. Oh, you think I'm still going to jump when you tell me to jump? I'm like, no, I don't think that. I'll just, yeah, you do. And I'm like, no. And just she's like, but you could tell she's still in pain. She's still dealing with it.
Okay.
So I heard what her mouth said, but I could hear the pain in her voice, her attitude, the way, you know what I'm saying? She still had issues with me. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You're not over it. Young lady that I used to deal with, she was very invested in our relationship. Well, let's just say more than I was. And I told her a few things that wasn't true. So when she called me on it, um, I don't even remember saying these things to her. She's like, you don't remember this? No, I don't. But, and I don't remember because it meant nothing to me. It meant everything to her. So I'm saying what I need to say. And sometimes as a man, to get a woman off your back, we'll say stuff just to get you off our back, just to keep you quiet. You be like, man, look, I'm tired of girl fussing on. So say whatever we need to say. I decided to marry somebody else. It didn't sit well with her. She snapped. I'm gonna tell you what she did too. The woman that I was engaged to, or married to, she had a phone number. When I said, this girl said everything I did my wife got every single thing.
What the?
And I had to answer for it. I had to answer for it.
Wow.
Boy, when I say I was so hot, I was upset because she knew the situation, and you would come to me when you needed something from me. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't act like, well, because it didn't go your way, you would have thrown me under the bus, which probably it was the best thing she ever did though for me. I felt like she gave me a clean slate with my own wife, and I could go forward from there and not have to be like I'm hiding something. The second one was a young lady back at home. When I met her, she was a little girl last time, right? Well, she was a little girl to me. The last time I saw her.
I was gonna say you need to define little girl. What we talking about? Wait a minute.
Okay, so I might have been 16. She might have been 12. She went to my church.
Wait a minute. What church?
Yeah.
What church? Not my church.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Who you talking about? Okay, go ahead.
Bible Way. Remember Bible Way?
I do.
Okay. That church. And she came and, she had a crush on me. You know how little girl had a crush on older guys and stuff like that. I never knew about this crush. So she, I think, found a way to get in touch with me on Facebook. This was after my mother had passed. She apologized, said she didn't know. And I didn't know she had this crush on me. So we met up just as friends. When we met up, she parted with the secret that how she felt about me. And she really, and I'm like, now remind y'all, I'm in my 30s. So this girl had a crush on me for like 15, 16 years. Didn't know about it. So unfortunately, we started messing around.
You said unfortunately. Okay.
Because it shouldn't have happened. And when I tried to like break it off or leave it alone, she called me and told me, hey, I might take a whole bunch of pills and be like, I'm gonna kill myself. Once again,
whoa,
I'm about to call somebody bluff. Something in my heart, so I felt it. Go check on her. Just in case he's not bluffing. I get there, I'm not gonna do it. There's no knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. I'm like, oh. I was like, dang, I'm here. I'm not gonna do it hard. So security has the master key to all the apartments. One on security, I said, hey, I need you to open this door. I can't get in. I think somebody's in there. Could be hurt. So he opened the door. I walk in there. I go in the room. She's laying on the floor with a pill bottle open, nothing in it. Just laying there. It's like, dang. So I called the cops, called the ambulance. tell them I got somebody that's sick, that need help. They run her to the hospital, pump her stomach. I call her to make sure that she's okay. She answered the phone. She sounded like she was upset that she survived. I was like, wow.
Wow.
That changed me too. I
That,
had
that's
to be like,
good.
I was like, look, you know what? I gotta be more careful how I'm treating these women. I don't want nobody death on my hands because, or no, not they did, I did something, I'm sorry. Or I didn't treat them right. Or me having my own selfish reasons. Now, this time, you know, I'm being, all right, so I'm being very vulnerable right now about this. Okay, so
Take your time,
the
Kate.
only reason why I didn't go to the hospital, be in the room with her, make sure she was okay like that, because when this situation happened, I was still married. I had to go home to my wife.
What the?
So let me, for clarity purposes, you're telling me that this young lady, the second young lady who went to the hospital, is someone that you cheated on while you were married. I mean, you cheated with her while you were married.
Correct.
It's getting heavier and heavier. Okay.
But once again, when you're a womanizer, you have this sick need for validation from women. The same way women sometimes need validation from men. Men need validation from women. Now we don't want to say it. We try to say, yeah, oh, I don't need this, I don't need that. I believe myself, okay, whatever. Some people don't need it. But at the time for me, I needed it. Plus,
Did your wife know about this? Did she find out about this later?
she did.
Okay.
She did. Hey, it goes back to follow the phone.
Episode 8.
She picked up her phone and saw a text from her. Of course, women, that have feelings want to express it. So she sent me this sappy text to me, expressing how much she loved me. My wife saws it, sees it. Now,
Wow.
so
You were caught up.
yeah. So anybody that's hearing this, I don't recommend nothing I did or condone anything I did. I take responsibility for it. I was wrong, and I had to make amends, with my wife and ask for forgiveness. So I'm telling this story so I can help men and women to not fall for womanizers. Like I said, unfortunately, I was one of them. And like I said, to this day, I still fight it. I don't even set women up no more. I just go, hey, you don't want to deal with me. I had this one girl, what's that, like a year ago, met her at a gas station, and I could tell she was feeling me. She kept looking at me, smiling. I walked away. Walking away wasn't good enough. I'm pumping my gas. She walks over there where I'm pumping my gas at. Hey, how you doing? And I'm looking. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, all right, what did this little girl want? And why is she over here? Why I'm pumping this gas? So she starts a conversation, start talking. So it's funny to see people do what you used to do. I mean, she's landing on thick. I could tell she's trying to talk to me, trying to pick me up, try to say. And I'm sitting here, and in my mind, I'm sitting here laughing like, wow, this girl trying hard. So I break it down to, I said, look, I appreciate the conversation. And, I know you're trying to, lack of better words, I know that you like me and you're trying to pick me up, but I don't think it's going to work. And so she's like, well, you think I'm trying to, what's up? Let me get the number. So you don't want my number? Yeah, I do. I tried everything. I said, look, I'm tossing. I'm not a good person to be in a relationship with. I told her I was with somebody. She did not care. She wanted my number that bad. Now, women, be careful, because after I give you a freebie and I'm trying to give you a way out, I'm telling you I'm with somebody and you don't care. First of all, what did that say about you? What kind of standards do you have? And what makes you think I want to be with a woman that you know what I'm saying? Because if you're saying it's okay that I'm in a relationship and you still want to be talking to me, why would I want to be if you did with you on that level? And how many other guys that you've been with or done that to? And then you wondering why men are, I'm not justifying it, but men treating you a certain type of way. I thought we had this girl come up to me and could care less that I was in a relationship. So
I mean, I appreciate you, and I'm sure she appreciates it too. You kept it real. You told her what it was.
now, here's the funny part. I told you exactly what it was, right? You still want to perceive it as.
Wow.
Okay. And another thing too is, like, our personalities didn't click either. And like it just wasn't a good fit. So I end up,
How so? How so?
she had a smart mouth, and she felt like being rude and talking aggressive was the way to be. And I'm just kind of like, look, I'm too old for that. Like, look, hey, I'll shut you down. I won't just talk to you. So when I addressed it, she felt like, oh, I can do what I want to do. I can say what I want to say. Okay, you can, but you won't be saying that to me, and we won't be talking. Simple. I don't have to deal with it. Oh, I don't care. What don't yelling and screaming, but I said, nah. So hang up the phone. Won't call you back. Won't talk to you. I know women don't want to be disrespected by men. Talk to you any type of way. Men don't want to be disrespected by a woman. And I don't know if women know this. Men care about respect more than love. Women care about love, being loved. Men care about being respected. I can deal with you not loving me, but you better respect me. You better not talk to me any type of love, but it's different
right?
for women.
Is that right?
Yes, it's different for women. Women want to be loved. Women want your love. Men want your respect. Because that's going to carry me more. That's going to carry me farther down the line dealing with you. Like, love, like you can fall in love with somebody, but that respect got to be there from the beginning.
Okay. That's an interesting point. Let me ask you this. So I have 5 things that I'm going to name as common traits and behaviors of a womanizer. And I just want to hear your response to each of them, okay? So the first one is excessive flattery and charm. A womanizer often uses charm and flattery to win you over quickly. While compliments can be genuine, excessive flattery might be a red flag. What's your thoughts on that first trait?
That is exactly what a womanizer is. They definitely we'll over flatter you and we'll kind of gaslight you, like boost your head up and get you feeling all warm inside, like, oh, this guy really feeling me, really guy really likes me, giving you what he feels like you want, so he can get what he wants from you later on. People, like I know when I did it, that's what I would do. Like, hey, give them accessory compliments. They smile and they looking at you.
Exactly. So let me go to the next one. Avoids commitment. They often shy away from serious commitments and make excuses to avoid defining the relationship.
Yeah, that was me all the way. That's definitely me. Commitment was not my thing. Hated commitment. And so, but that was an escape for me for later on. When I want to get out, I could always use the fact that, hey, we're not in a committed relationship. So
Right.
this is, hey, it's okay that I did this. And they use that to justify the foolery that they do. It's like, hey, I got to give myself a plan to get out without, and the girl upset. She's like, oh, we're supposed to be together. I ain't never told you we were together. I ain't never said, hey, you have a relationship on this? Or did you? Well, I thought because we were sleeping together, or we were just sleeping together. I thought it was just something that, we were doing for fun. No, I don't. When I sleep with somebody, it's us together. It's for real. Oh, I ain't know that. Hey, you didn't clarify that to me. You didn't make that clear. But I never said that we was in a relationship. And, and I can go on and on with that. You know what I'm saying? I always, that was my thing.
Next up, inconsistent communication. Communication may be erratic. They might shower you with attention one day and disappear the next.
Yeah. Hey, I'm telling you that was me too. Like I might talk to you, get you all feeling real good about yourself, about us, and when I know I got you, I disappear because I know you ain't going nowhere. You might be like, but then you didn't call me in a week or in a few days. Now I feel like I don't have to call you. But as long as the womanizer knows that he don't got you hooked all the way, he's gonna keep calling. He's gonna show up. He's gonna do all the things that you feel like a man should do. But once he know he got you, all that's gonna stop. Because you gotta remember, you're falling for him. He ain't fell for you yet. He's just doing what he gotta do to get you. So he has no emotional ties to you. But you got emotional ties to him. And that's you get a call from the, why are you doing this? Why are you acting like that? Why are you doing this to us? I care about you. I love you. That's it. That man coming right over his head. Okay. And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's sad. And that's sad that it's like that. A womanizer would do anything to keep whatever he needs going, for the most part. And here's the sick part. He might even go as low as, hey, I love you. Let's get married. Just to keep you on the hook. And if you tell a girl that I marry you, even if you don't marry her, it's the hope and the fact and the dread that she feels like, hey, this man wants to marry me.
Yeah.
So she's gonna hold on to that as long as she can. Even if we don't get married, I said it though. I don't even got to give her a ring. It's the fact that I acknowledge the fact that I want to spend my rest of my life with her was enough. Women, don't let no man do that to you. Don't let these men do that to you. He want to be with you, he gonna put a ring on it.
And even that, KG, some men get the ring and still don't intend on marrying you. That's like they just pacifying you. Let me just go ahead and buy the ring.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So be careful. Be careful. Let me go to the next one. Yeah. Keeping you at a distance. They may avoid introducing you to friends and family, keeping you separate in their life.
Listen.
Does that resonate with you, KG?
Boy, does it. Let me tell you something. I can count on one hand the women that I let see my parents or introduce them to my family. and I don't deal with a lot of women. I can count on one on my hand, the ones I was serious about that I wanted to introduce to my family.
Wow. And just as a reference to everybody, you're in your 40s, like me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if trust and believe, if you ain't meeting moms, I'm not serious about you. All right. Like, really, you got to be mighty special to meet moms. My own mother would tell you that. My son will bring him home. If he brings you home, you're special. He likes you.
Wow.
So beware of that.
Is they have a history of many short-lived relationships, a pattern of many short-lived relationships or short-term relationships can be a sign of a womanizer. So did you have a lot of short-lived or short-term relationships, I guess?
It varied.
Okay.
Some could last long, some could. A lot of them lasted short, but it all depends on the woman. I don't have hooked on me for like over a decade. Not bragging, not like I said, subscribing to it, but unfortunately, that's what happened. And some was short lived. The one that was long stayed around, was really fully committed to me. Wanted to be with me.
I was going to say, and you said something earlier that really made me, I guess, perk up, because I have noticed men, and I know I was a different person in my 20s than today, but I remember in my 20s, guys were in that whole rotating women, having 10 plus women,
Right.
On the roster. And one don't do right, you kicked off, I move on to the next. Like, it was almost like a machine in a sense. And the women probably, I know men who did it, and I know women who were kicked off the roster, and they just like, well, dang, he just disposed of me quickly. And they're hurt. So the guys were leaving a trail of women who were hurt behind the behavior. But like you said,
Mhm.
they didn't even feel anything from that. Like, there's no emotional connection. And you are so right. Women, we get so emotionally wrapped up and emotionally connected with these guys that it's hard for us to, let go, or we're still hanging on to, like you said earlier, some of the words they may have said. Oh, I want to marry you, or I want to be with you, or you're the only one for me, or you're my first. There are men who will tell everybody you're my first, you're not even their first. But whatever the case may be, there's all this lip service that's being, said.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just like, knowing that you have all of these different things going on, to me, it's no surprise that we have a lot of men and women today, I'll just say in their 30s and up,
Right.
who are broken or kind of traumatized or dealing with a lot of stuff based on the experience from their 20s. What's your thoughts on that?
This is where it comes in nowadays, when you see women having to use masculinity as a energy all the time, because these men have left them distraught, heartbroken. They have tricked them, deceived them, hoodwinked them. They thought this man would be all these things that they could depend on. They find out, these men were nothing but deceitful, liars. Now they have to put on being the man and the woman. And now black men want to get mad at all these, black women was kicking out all this masculine energy towards them, because they don't have to do it that way all the time. And they couldn't depend on y'all, on us. And like I said, it's topic for another day, where you can't get mad.
We gotta cover, but yeah, go ahead.
You can't get mad at these black women for saying what they say about black men. We left them like that, and now they're upset because they have to do two roles. They have to do everything. They got to be the breadwinner. They got to take care of children. Your kids that y'all had together come home working 2 or 3 jobs, the ones that ain't making ends meet. You got to pick them at a job, pick them at a shift, whatever that may be, to pay the bills, to take care of your children. Then you want to get mad because she don't put your butt on child support, and they taking money at your check. Now, remind you, me and you both know what it takes to raise children. That little bit that they taking at your check is not even 1/4, 1/3, or what it takes to raise children. Your children, your seed. Men definitely need to do better as Black men. Step up, do the things that need to do. Stop complaining about these Black women, calling you out for not being the person that you need to be. So
I agree. You know, I agree. I feel like men, period, need to step up and be the man that you are supposed to be in society, in the world, in the home, in the relationship.
definitely.
Be the man.
Now the flip side of that, I know this hard. I know this is hard for women, especially Black women. Even though that we haven't done right, for some Black men that's worth it. You have to find grace with them. You know what I'm saying? With some stuff, because we are trying to navigate and trying to figure it out. Just because I'm a man don't mean I know how to be one all the way. Now, of course, I'm gonna say, "Oh, I'm a man," and I'm that's lip service. But reality, I'm still trying to figure out how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? Every man that's a man don't know how to be a man, even though that's
So
what he is.
wouldn't it
You
make
know,
sense if you don't know how to be a man? Why wouldn't you go figure it out?
because we
And
are.
when I say figure it out, that means Google, talk to the men in your trusted circle, your brothers, your uncles, your cousins. If your father's not there, because I'm
Okay,
assuming
so
your
so
father's
so
not there.
you have to understand. You show me a young man that don't think he's a man already. You see what I'm saying? We're still trying to figure it out. So,
What age are we talking so I can understand? What are we talking? Because we
uh,
definitely not talking 40.
yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm talking about like, in the 20s, because some men are late bloomers, and we don't really get all the foolishness out until we get in our 30s sometimes.
Okay.
But
So
you
mid
know,
20s.
yeah. But we're still trying to figure out, and sometimes it takes a woman to help us mature us and be that man that we need to be.
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
I have heard men all the time be like, "Man, I fell in love with your mom's, and she was the one who changed me." They tell you heartbeat. I was acting crazy out here, but I found someone that loved me the way I needed to be loved, and I'm sure that woman gave him grace because he probably was acting foolish then, but he was able to see something in her that he didn't see in no other woman that made him change. Now, I'm not telling y'all to stick around for no fool, man, give you no act right. You know what I'm saying? You got to see something in him that makes you think that, okay, if I stick by him, this could manifest. This could happen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't tell you stick by no fool.
Please
And,
don't
and give
speak about no fool.
right, and give him a time limit. Like, hey, if this don't happen by this time, I don't know. Or give me something to believe in. So you got to give women something to believe in. Like, hey, this is, or show her what you're doing. Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is for us. This is what I'm trying to do. If you just stick beside me a little longer, I promise you. And but she got to see something that's showing that you're working on being a better person, a better man for the both of them, for the relationship, for the family. Hey, And you gotta be talking like, this is what I got for us. This is the dream house you've been talking about. I mean, trying to work on, trying to make this happen. If I get this house, I want you and me to move. You know what I'm saying? He's adding you in this situation. If a man talk about
Oh yeah. We
anything
like when
about
the
the
men
future,
speak French. When they speak
right,
French,
right,
oui. Yes,
exactly.
baby.
If a man ain't trying to trying to add you into his life, and you can tell when he's talking. If it's always I this, I that, that's red flags. And you're going to check that. Hey, I noticed when you're talking about the future, it's always I. You don't see me in your future. And let me tell you something. The quickest way, ask a man direct. Don't beat around the bush with a man. Ask that man direct what it is. Don't play with it. We got thick skin. You ain't got to worry about hurting our feelings. Say what you need to say. Hey, I need to know that am I in this venture that you're talking about? Because if I'm not, then we're wasting time. We're wasting each other's time. Don't play with it. I don't care how he makes you feel. Oh, but he makes you feel nice. He makes you feel okay. Let's find somebody to make you feel nice. And it be, yeah. And if he's making you feel that way, but how do you make him feel? See, that's the question, because you're feeling some type of way, but how do he feel? How do he feel about you? These things I need to know. Because he don't feel the same way you feel about him. It's one-sided.
I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Can you, before we wrap up, can you share, because I like what you just said, red flag. Can you share just, on your journey, what you have seen either in your own experience or you've seen in other experiences that you've witnessed, with women or men?
Okay. Listen to what a man's, when he's speaking to you. Listen how he speaks. Pay attention to what he says, body movement, his body, because body tells you a lot about a person. And listen and see if he got action behind whatever he says. Make sure he's a man of his word. And I'm gonna tell you something. Make sure he's a communicator. Because if that's anything, if he doesn't communicate to you, or he don't communicate to you right, that's a red flag. He got to be communicating. He got to tell you what it is, what's going on, to keep you feeling like you're a part of this process of what's going on. I think women have to let men be men. Stop trying to save him all the time. Because if you save him all the time, you take away his ability to solve and figure things out on his own. There's too many times I see women with their boys want a baby, want to figure everything out for them. Stop that. Because you're messing it up for some young lady that's trying to find her a man, but she don't find her a little boy because his mother don't mess them up, trying to figure and navigate every little thing for him. Let these men figure things out on their own. This is how to become men. Stop babying these boys and these grown men. And if you want your man, it's not just the men. Women, sometimes y'all part of the problem too. Stop babying. You want your man? You want a man, right? So
we want a man. We want a man's man, KG.
So right. So the next woman that's coming along, and if you're raising a young male, either get some male figures around him that can help him navigate to be a young man, but don't baby him. I don't give this boy crying, find solutions, and communicate to him so he can be a better communicator to the woman that he's dealing with. Stop trying to hide stuff from these kids. These kids get it. Kids understand. They smart. We think we're protecting these children. He's too young to get it. No, he's not. So if he or she get the information, let them get it from you, not from the friends. They don't know what they're talking about. They guess them trying to figure it out too. They trying to navigate life too. Yeah, that's what I did with my daughter. At a certain age, I was honest with her. But I told her about boys. I told her about the bird and the bees and what you expect and from other guys her age and these guys that they're gonna try to talk to her. Told her the truth. You don't do kids no justice when you're sitting there trying to hide. So, like I said, it go both ways. Men, we got to step up. First of all, be a spouse, a significant other, a husband to these women. That's first. Got to be able to be a good partner to whoever you with first. If you're a good partner to whoever you with first, I feel like everything else will fall in place with the children and everything and stuff like that. But it starts there first. Because how can I be a good father to a child and I can't be a good partner or spouse to the person that I claim to love all my life? I claim to be in love with. To me, that goes hand in hand. Because if you love your partner, you're gonna love your children automatically. But unfortunately, we start doing stuff and being grown and having sex, and then the person ends up pregnant, and because you had the sex with, you just was having sex. Well, he was. I don't know about the girl. It might be something for the women. But, and I tell you something, this old man told me this.
This babies, it could be a disease. This all kind of stuff happens,
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, you gotta love yourself. And if you're out here not wrapping it up, not, taking care, making sure that diseases don't get, brought to you, spread to it. And if your partner is not doing it, they don't care about you. Not unless y'all married. If you're married, that's different. But I'm just saying, outside of that, if your partner always trying to have sex with you about no protection, then you need to question that. What's your morals? What's your value? You want to have a child?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What's your value? And there's some more red flags.
Since
Like,
we're on that topic, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, we had a recent episode talking about losing your virginity. Do you want to speak to that just from a male perspective, or kind of share, not really your experience, but just kind of share your perspective on losing your virginity?
Okay, so flat out, nobody should be losing their virginity until they're married. That is very sacred. And that's
Okay. Are you saying that as a 40-year-old, or you say?
I'm saying that as a 40 years old.
Right, because when you were in your
Okay, I'm saying it as a 40 years old, but
wait a
I,
minute. Okay, look,
but
make it
I
clear.
want I want to tell it for a 40-year-old, but I want to tell the youth the right thing to do, and then I'm gonna go into their own situation. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Because I was going to
but
say, did you wait until you were married?
no, no,
Okay.
but you need to, because for real, that's very sacred, and that should that's be something that you and your significant other enjoy together. That first time together to bond y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's not, that's she ain't been with nobody and you ain't been with no girl. I mean, how dope is that? All y'all first spends that thing, like that specific thing should be a first time experience between you and your wife or husband. I mean, that's something y'all can bond over, y'all can talk about. And she ain't had no other experiences besides with you. You ain't and you ain't had no experience about her, so you don't got nothing to compare her to. And she don't got nobody to compare you to. But the worst thing you can do is have all these sexual partners, your spouses, and the person that you with is not living up to your standard. That's all because you've been with all these different people. So with this person, what certain things feel like to you and what makes you happy in the bedroom. But you don't got to worry about that if you don't partake in all this stuff and just wait. Now, let's get to the part that, hey, chances are you're not waiting. I feel like I still feel the same. Using your virginity is very sacred. I think we take it for granted. Like, hey, it ain't nothing. And I tell you what, I give you a experience. And ladies, this is how you know a man cares. If you tell a man that you still have your virginity, see how he responds. Doesn't you? Because all he care about is still, I want to get it. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Why give your virginity to a man that don't consider what you giving to him is priceless? How sacred that is. Why give virginity to a man that don't care? He's not going to be gentle with you. He's not going to take his time. He's going to treat you like every other female that he's been dealing with. And that could be very traumatizing for a person that's their first time.
Yeah. I mean, if you listen to our episode, both Miss B and I regretted it. We both regretted it.
Wow. Like, you could make it where a woman don't ever want to have sex again. Like, this is terrible. Like this, he was so rough with me. It hurt. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think men understand how traumatizing that is, to quote unquote get your cherry popped for the first time, and what that feels like for women. So me personally, I would be careful if you're going to do it. Be careful who you give it to. Be selective, and be safe. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure you protect it. And I know me and my wife had, before we even had unprotected sex, we both went to the clinic and get checked and waited till our results got back before we did anything. believe it or not.
Oh, that's good.
But that's me because I cared. Now I could have done what I usually do. After that, I can get with any woman, and she'll give it to me, and I don't have to take no test. But I'm not gonna say anyone, but I can get with women. I knew women that wouldn't try to test me and let me be, and still have unprotected sex with me, and be okay with it. So those are some of the tidbits I did for my wife to let her know I care about her. Because I easily could have been like, hey, I ain't taking all this. Like, for what? I don't need one to take the test. Yeah, I did. So certain men, if they care about you, they want to do things in the right way and in a decent order to make sure things done right. That's what she cared about. That's what she wanted. So that's what I did. Because men do things for you and make sure that you get what you need, your needs and your wants when they care about you. If he ain't trying to go above and beyond and make sure you good and you okay, red flag. If he ain't coming asking about your day, what can I do for you? How can I make your day better? Do you need anything? Do you need money? Here, let me see this money. Here, let me see this money anyway, just because I want you to have some money so you can do something.
Amen.
Here, you got food in the house? Let me put some food in your house. You need gas in your car? Let me put some gas in your car. All these things.
Let me go take your car to get oil change. Let me wash your car. All of that.
Right. Oh, your yard need to be cut. Let me come out here and cut it so you don't got to do it. Or if you got a child that's old enough, you can get his butt out there and cut that yard. I ain't talking about the woman. I'm talking about if you got a boy, get your butt out there and cut his yard. And that's part of raising a young man too. Oh, you think I'm supposed to cut it? No. You thinking I ain't cut this yard? You think I'm gonna take the trash out? No, you finna take that trash out. Oh, you thought I finna open this door? No, you finna open this door. You gonna hold this door until I walk out. When you get to the car, you gonna open the car door for me. That's how you train these men. Start early. And I say this because this is what my mom did for me. My mom didn't open the door. He look at me stupid. Like, I know you was making me open the door. Hey, she look at me like, hey, like if I gotta open this door, I'm gonna slap the mess at you. Hey, you better come open this door for me. But she's training me how she wants to be treated, how a woman wants to be treated. And not only that, that's what men should do. So, it should be more of that going on. So I think it's very important how women proceed with the young man that going a little while.
So can you explain briefly, what is it that you were seeking from your roster? Or what men in general are seeking from their roster?
So each woman I had on my roster brought something different, something that I needed, specifically from them. Either something I needed or I wanted it. And there's certain things that this girl is not up for the test, but this is not who she is. It's not her personality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you something, women. Every man have at least one or two women on their roster are flat out freaks that we can do all our nasty desires that we want to do, and she's okay with it. She's not gonna judge you. She give you a safe space to be that way, and you give her a safe space to be that way. Wow, you know what I'm saying? It's because sometimes, and I had this problem before. I get with a woman, I really like her, and the only thing is wrong with her, she's not nasty enough for me. Sex, you know what I'm saying? She's not don't necessarily be nasty, but she's not freaky enough. She don't you know, or if I go there with her, she'll give me a response that make me scared to go there with her again. I'm like, dang, I better say that to her. I ain't better do that. She gonna think something. She gonna think I'm too, you know. So now I gotta go find a girl on the roster that match my level of freakiness.
So you couldn't, okay, and I can understand that because people do have different levels to it, right? But this isn't something that you could ease her into, or I don't really want to say teach, but
You know what?
ease them into
I
like, hey,
could,
let's try this.
but at that time I didn't have the patience and I didn't feel like teaching and coaching. I needed somebody that already knew what the assignment was immediately when I hit the door. Like, okay, this, you know, she already know. And it's the same concept where men have to come most of the time already knowing what to do when dealing with women. Y'all don't want no man inexperience. You know, y'all have a hard enough time catching orgasms with a man that's experienced, that knows what he's doing, so supposedly know what he's doing. And let me tell you, when it comes to that, no man really knows what he's doing from girl to girl. Because every girl is different. Every girl like different things. So you don't know what you're doing until you actually get down and start doing something with this woman and trying to figure it out. Like, I mean, I may have 100 sex tricks. That don't mean that it's gonna work on her. On this particular girl, she might be different. So you don't know what you're doing or what you're good at until you're actually doing it. You don't know if you can really please this girl until you're actually doing it. So you're getting feedback. And then you don't even know you pleased her. She could be putting a performance on, faking orgasms for you. So
Look, fat.
for me,
Fat.
you know, for me, just like you want him to come in, at least have an idea what he's doing. You know, that's some man want a woman. Like, look, I need a woman that's, you know, why you think, you know, we go in the strip clubs, girls shaking their booty in our face. Chances are, if they can shake it like that on stage, in the bedroom, I know you dropping it. I want that same action you were doing on the stage in that bedroom. What's up? Let's get it. So, so yeah, I want to have a girl on my roster that's sexually experienced. Just like I think I want a man that's sexually experienced. You don't want to sit here have to coach this man when you're trying to get yours. The whole thing. That's messing up the flow. You're like, okay, stop. Like, wait a minute.
I agree with that. I'm with
So,
you.
and yeah, that's how. So, yeah, for me, I had women for different. I had one for cooking. I like to eat fat. I like to eat. I would come home and cook meal. And it's sad because a lot of this stuff I can do myself, but I just want a woman to do it. Hey, it's for my own selfish reason. Sometimes I don't want to clean my own house. The woman been there all day, clean my house. Now, of course, I don't know nothing that now because she don't put everything up. And nothing's where I had it. And I'm going in place like, then I had this over here. She don't put it in a whole different spot. I moved it because of this, you know. So it's best to clean your own place. You can find your own stuff. You know where you put your stuff at. Cause she do it, you gonna be going to her every time. Hey, where this at? Oh, it's over here. It's over there. Oh, I'll move this around because I ain't think that, So, and so I had many different reasons. It all depends on my wants and needs.
Got it. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that. That's what's up.
Yeah, and thank you for having me on. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Absolutely. Anytime you have an open invitation to join Healing Over Here. This has been healing for many people. Miss B said it's been healing for her, just to vent and share experiences that she has had. And, hopefully it was good for you to share as well.
It was. Thank you.
All right. Well, I just want to thank my very special guest, KG, for joining us today on Healing Over Here. Thank you, KG. This is actually, for those who did not know, this is my childhood friend because he is from my hometown. I met him while attending his uncle's church. So we have known each other. We have known each other for a long time. Did we meet in middle school or high school, KG?
I think high school.
Okay. So we've known each other since high school and have remained friends that long.
Well, that's what it is. But we might have met in middle school, but you wasn't talking at that time, so I wouldn't call that meeting.
I wasn't, I just wasn't talking to people. Like, listen.
Exactly. You weren't talking to nobody.
Look, T wasn't talking to strangers, okay?
Right.
She had walls up. She had walls up.
She had plenty of them.
I was in a fortress. Right.
She sit there looking at you. I think it went into high school where I actually started speaking, and I think your mom introduced me, and my mom, they used to talk, and hey, this is my son.
The introduction. Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. But yeah, so we've been knowing each other for a long time. But again, thank you so much for joining. He will be back, okay? He will definitely be back because I need that male perspective just to share thoughts and feedback and just everything from a male perspective. So he will definitely be back, and we have some topics lined up talking about fatherhood and some other things. So he will definitely be back. But just remember, any relationship that you have, it needs to be built on trust, respect, and a genuine connection. Today's topic was about being a womanizer. Hopefully you found it as insightful and helps you recognize signs. For those who are currently a womanizer, the men, hey, this is your sign to stop. Okay, let's go ahead and lay off of that because you don't know the mental impact that you're doing on these women, right? KG shared very personal stories of at least one or two about to take their life. So let's fall back on being a womanizer. It might be fun in the beginning, but you really don't know, the effect that you're having on people. And, for those who are dealing with a womanizer, hopefully this helps you. Like, maybe he's a womanizer and I need to bounce, right? Because if he's not showing true commitment and dedication to you and only you, it's time to go. Remember, we talked about this. If this individual is not for you, you have to move on and find the one who is for you. Okay?
Self-love is the best love, y'all.
Yes, self-love is the best love. So thank you again for joining me on this episode of Healing Over Here. If you found this discussion helpful, please subscribe, share, leave a comment, because I would love to hear your thoughts and experiences dealing with womanizers, okay? So until next time, this is Coach T and KG reminding you to value yourself, set boundaries, and to keep healing because we're healing over here.